What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel once again. Now, you join me today on what is a very special landmark day for the channel, being my first drive in the SEAT Ibiza FR. Now, I know you're all screaming, this isn't technically my first drive because I did have to pick it up and drive it home, and I've driven it once or twice over the last couple of days since collection. But I haven't actually driven the car hard because I've been wanting to save my real life reaction for the camera and for you guys. So I hope you're as stoked as I am to actually put this car through its paces today. Now, I picked this car up about 5 days ago, and at time of buying it was the cheapest SEAT Ibiza FR in the country. So it had done 120 odd thousand miles, but the rest of the car was in pretty good nick. And for being a diesel TDI car, these engines go forever as long as they're serviced regularly, and this had full service history. So for the price which I paid, which is a little over £1,000, it was an absolute bargain of a car in my opinion, and I'm really pleased with it. Anyhow, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and drive some slightly more quiet roads, because as you can see, the area where I live in isn't the best for putting your foot down, to be fair. I wouldn't call it necessarily massively built up, but it's definitely not what I'd call quiet. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what we can find, so we can find some nicer roads. Like I said earlier in the video, I haven't actually driven the car very much. Oh, what the fuck is that? Probably missed it. I don't think the camera angle, any of the camera angles for that matter, actually the front camera will show it. There was a little purple car which we just went past, and it's defo wrapped. I'm not 100% sure what it was off the top of my head, but yeah, fucking knows what was going on in their head. Anyway, like I was saying before, earlier in the video, I haven't driven this car hard, but I have been driving it and living with it for the last 5 days. And from, I guess, beginner's experience driving car, I'm really happy with it. I mean, you know, the engine seems quite reliable, it pulls like a train, brakes are really good, it's had all new brakes, pads and discs all the way round. So yeah, really solid car, to be fair. 4 brand new tyres, or pretty much new, like literally fresh tread. So it grips really well, it goes around the corners well. We have got knocking from the front passenger side suspension, so I'm thinking that's probably like a blown shock or snap spring or something like that. But we've got coilovers on order, so we'll definitely be able to get that fixed soon. And when we go ahead and install that, if it is something else like a ball joint, we'll be able to diagnose it then, and issue will be sorted in a matter of weeks. So yeah, on the whole so far, I'm really pleased with the car. Now, this guy standing in the middle of the road, just letting me go, and then we can hopefully open the car up a little bit more. So we've got it in second gear, just waiting until we see around this corner, so we can just give it a little. Whoa! Yeah, it does like to go. It does really like to go. It definitely likes to go. Oh wow, yeah, that felt nice. I think what it is, I mean, this car from factory doesn't come with a lot of horsepower. It's 130 horsepower from factory. What I think it is that makes it feel so fast is the torque. Now, I'm not exactly 100% sure on the torque figure from factory, so I'm not going to quote any numbers which I don't have a clue which I'm going on about. But yeah, it's definitely got quite a lot of torque, being a 1.9 TDI engine. Now we put our foot down again. It definitely has a little bit of like torque steer as well. I mean, just at this power level, I want to get it remapped soon, and once the car's looking exactly how I want it to look, we're definitely going to go for some more power. But even just putting your foot down these B roads, it does feel like it's got something more to give, and it feels really yeah, torquey and nippy, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised by, because I didn't expect this car to be very fast at all out the box from factory. It's definitely not slow, it's a hot hatch, it's designed to be lightweight, nimble and nippy, and I think that's exactly what this car achieves. What a lovely bit of kit. Now, my main camera definitely is auto-focusing here and there, so I'm not too sure, but look, if we put our foot down, this is a 3rd gear pull. Definitely not quick, but yeah, definitely not slow, that's to say the least. And the brakes, oh, even if we're braking quite hard going at that speed like I was then, do feel really good. And excuse me, it's getting silly stuffy in the car, so we're going to have to whack that window down. But yeah, wow, I am pleasantly surprised. Like, I did give it a little pull on the motorway on the way home, but I haven't done any sort of low gear pulls, and that wasn't even anything serious, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, to say the least. Jesus, it's stuffy today. I don't know what the temperature actually is now in South London today, but it's definitely humid. Bloody hell, it really, really is. You can hear the turbo as well, which is something I'm really, really happy about. Like, you can hear it sucking in the air. We just need maybe a blow-off valve or something like that, just to give it a little bit more street cred, for sure. But yeah, there's definitely some engine mods I want to be doing to the car. Like I said, I want it to be a good looking daily to start with, which is why we're going with exterior, kind of aesthetic, tasteful mods. The camera, the lighting, bloody hell, that has absolutely cocked itself up. So like I was saying, yeah, just want it to be a nice looking daily, and then we'll go for more power. Probably end up around the 300 horsepower mark. Hopefully more like 500 foot-pounds of torque, something along those lines. But yeah, like I say, I'm an absolute novice when it comes to these sort of VW VAG cars, so I'm not too sure what its potential is. I just know from what I've driven so far, it's a lovely car to drive. What seems like a quite practical daily, being 5 doors, big boot. So yeah, really, really pleased. Right, so we take a right into here. We're about to go past a supercar garage, but down there is pretty chock-a-block, to be fair. Just ping a right down the old Preston's Road. If you know, you know. Shout out to the boys. If we cut, being a nice day, of course, there's loads of cars parked down there. Isn't ideal, but there we go. That's what you've got to live with, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get much for straight down here. I mean, the road conditions aren't great either. Definitely not smooth, but there we go. Second gear, torque's there, into third. Yeah, it definitely does go. One thing I've definitely learned from this video, so I basically bought, like I said in the reveal video, I wanted to buy a couple of camera mounts, and the one which I've got, the Canon G7X on, my primary camera, really, really good. I actually ordered 2 of them, one for my phone as well, because I've got 2 work phones. I've got an iPhone X and an iPhone XS. XS is my work phone, and that one is currently mounted just on this view here, on the same mount that my G7X is, and that's really, really good, you know. It's actually stabilising the footage really well, not shaky at all, whereas my iPhone X, which is on my phone holder, just on the dashboard, which is our forward-facing camera, I can literally see how shaky the footage is. So, lesson learned is we need to order another one of these suction mounts. What I definitely would notice is the steering is really agile and nimble. I'm not sure how much of that will lose when we slam it and put it on some pretty harsh coilovers. The driving feel may not be as good. Hopefully should feel a little bit more direct putting it into the corners, but yeah, overall the steering on this car is really good. I'm quite surprised. There is slight twitch in the steering wheel on full acceleration and on full throttle, so I can just imagine what this car would be like with like double the power, which, to be fair, apparently isn't too difficult to do. Like, you just need an intercooler intake, hybrid turbo. Yeah, I think you do need injectors, then probably clutch, exhaust. So pretty basic sort of starter mods, and you can get this car up to 300 horsepower. You probably need some head studs to prevent the head from lifting and warping, to be fair. And that sort of power figure, or that sort of power upgrade from the stock power a car comes from factory. But yeah, definitely think it's achievable. But yeah, like I was saying, I just can't comprehend what that torque seal will feel like, because that's got to be bloody scary. You've got to be surely hanging onto your steering wheel for dear life at that point. So we're going to take it for one more pull before I wrap up the video. I'm quite blown away. I'm really pleasantly surprised. Like, my philosophy when I was coming to buy this car, funnily enough, maybe I think it was 4 days before I actually picked up the car, my friend Max came round. He's got the exact same car, SEAT Ibiza FR 6L 19 TDI. It's the 130 horsepower model, and yeah, he basically slammed it. Really nice fitment on a pair of, I don't know what wheels they were. They're not 1552, I don't think. I can't remember off the top of my head, but these really nice bronze, like 6-spoke alloys, and that looked absolutely stunning. And I literally looked at it and I was like, mate, I'm going to buy a Ibiza FR. I'm not sure if at the time he believed me, but yeah, literally went inside and was on Auto Trader and Facebook Marketplace literally as soon as I left him. Found this one on Facebook Marketplace, messaged the seller, agreed to collect on Saturday, but he had quite a lot of interest following that. So what we had to do, we had to leave a deposit sight unseen on the car, basically say, yeah, we're taking it. Whatever happens on the day, to my pleasant surprise, it was in really good nick. I actually didn't expect it at all. It looked like a decent car for the price. When I looked at it, but it did look like a bit of a shed in terms of the bodywork. But yeah, like I said, hopefully we get a clear stretch of road soon so we can do another pull. In terms of an update on plans for the car going forward, we have ordered, I think, like 8 things for the car. Some of those work in conjunction with each other. I'm not going to give too much away, but we've got quite a lot to be getting on with for the next couple of weeks, so expect loads and loads of content on the FR. Looking forward to what this car's going to be like. I've already got a picture of exactly how I want it to look in my head. Wheels, colour of the wrap, everything. So yeah, definitely guess what colour you think I'm going to wrap the car down below in the description. It is definitely going to be something different. It's going to be like almost like a marketing tool from the channel, you could say. Yeah, literally makes me speechless. Yeah, what a little car. And I can't actually, just driving this now and putting my foot down, it blows my mind, because I'm just thinking, what is the MX-5 going to feel like when it's back? It's going to be, whew, it's definitely going to be a spine tingler, definitely. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video on my first drive in my Ibiza FR. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like the video, and be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below what you'd like to see on the car, and also what you'd like to see on the channel in terms of new projects, everything like that. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.